I think what Daniel brought to the role was a level of humanity that we hadn't seen in a while. I think he brought complexity and conflict and damage and vulnerability, along with, bull-like strength. I think the opportunity to direct a Bond film, on one hand, just like kind of on the sort of childhood dream side, is a career high, obviously, and then obviously this is the biggest film I've ever directed. It was like the most pressure I think came from the fact that it was the biggest film, not even the budget and all those kind of things. So I think it meant a lot to try to deliver something that people would want to see. Prior to this, I'd made films that were kind of more driven by the story I was trying to tell, in terms of like trying to open up a story that people hadn't seen before. That's about immigration or child soldiers, but I think this was a whole nother endeavor entirely, and so I think it was just also just a major honor to be able to do Daniel's last film as Bond. So in this movie, we get to meet Lashana Lynch as Nomi, and Ana de Armas as a Paloma, a sort of Cuban double agent, and they're both very different characters. I think it's interesting to see the kind of their motivations and agendas, and what the secrets they're holding, and the way in which they go about their business as being unique and entertaining. We also get to see Madeline Swan come back again, which is historic within the Bond films, and deepen her character and come to understand why she is the perfect match for Mr. James Bond, Commander James Bond. I think the primary emotion is relief, and then there's obviously the excitement that people are going to see it, and then there's that part where it's like, I can actually finally talk about it. It's been a secret for so long. I haven't been able to say anything, and many people have asked me questions about it throughout the last year and a half. And I think probably there's a bittersweet side to it, because we've been holding on to it for so long, and part of you feels like you're going to hold on to it forever, but now it's done. It's out in the world. It's its own thing now. If I could have shot the whole film in IMAX, I probably would have. Every time I saw dailies on the IMAX camera, it's pretty incredible. Tom Cross, the editor, just posted a picture on Instagram, just one image from the print side of an IMAX print, and you're just looking at a beautiful, beautiful thing. There's nothing like shooting on film, and then there's definitely nothing like shooting on 15 per IMAX. So I'm rolling and rolling with it. There's a few reasons to see I think a film on the big screen, and of course, you know, uh, uh, scope projection. But for me, the biggest part about going to the cinema is not necessarily the size of the screen, but the idea of the collective experience of watching a movie. And I think if there's anything we've missed over the last year and a half, it is that experiencing things in groups, experiencing things together, being in the same room with people, and feeling that sort of the amplifying energy of the laughter, of the fear, of the thrill. There's no way the home experience can ever replicate. There's no way the home experience can ever replicate that. Even if you're watching with friends, someone's on their phone, someone's like getting up to do something, someone's just not really paying attention, and it's not the same thing of being completely engaged and engrossed in a movie. So I think this movie in particular is one that you want to see in that way, because you're going to miss things. You're going to miss the ride. And in the cinema, it really does feel like a nonstop ride.